5% of Brazil's population speak English. And if you take a deep look in that data, you see that those 5% usually, they are rich people. In Brazil, it's obvious. If you have money, you can learn. But if you don't have, definitely, you're never going to have any opportunity to learn English. Another interesting fact is that 64% is the wage difference between someone that speaks English and another identical person that do not speak English in Brazil. But even worse than that, when you don't speak English, your word, this big word, is getting so smaller. Imagina se eu fosse aqui brasileiro como milhares de outros brasileiros que não tiveram a oportunidade de estar aqui onde eu estou. I'm Gustavo Fuga. I was born in a poor family in Rio de Janeiro. And 4 years ago, I didn't speak English myself. I didn't have the $200 per month to pay for the English classes in Brazil. And when I was a kid in my school, I was taught back there to be just one more person in the world, to be just a statistic, to be just one more number in the labor force. Basically, I was born to be a number, like many of people, not only in Brazil, but all over the world. But 4 years ago, I decided to change that. I decided to learn English by myself. But more than that, I decided to solve not my own problem, but more than 200 million people in Brazil problems. And I did that creating For You Too. So 4 years ago, I decided to create For You Too, the first language school network focused on the low-income people in Brazil. We are the only language school that goes inside the favela. We are the only language schools that is about 15 times cheaper than the average price. We are the only language school that costs $15 per month. But more than that, we are the only language school that only work with foreign teachers, including refugees that are already in Brazil. For us, this is so powerful because much more than teach them English, they are learning and they are getting more references. They can have the opportunity and they are allowed it to dream because they have more references. Right now, we decided to do that, putting together the passion that an NGO has with all the pragmatism that a company has and should have. So we did that and we created a social business that is sustainable, profitable, and scalable. We started in one branch with 50 students in one of the biggest favelas in Brazil. And right now, in 3 years, we achieved more than 2,000 students and 7 branches in the whole city of Brazil. We have 45 team members, professional ones. We think that we need to get the volunteer to another level. The 1.0 version of volunteer is not enough for our generation. We want to do good, but we want to do good being paid for it. That's why everyone in our team received for doing that, from the teachers to the receptionists that are from the communities, from all over our back office team as well. As you mentioned, we are also a B Corp benefit corporation. We were one of the first in Brazil, and I'm really glad to enjoy this fellowship with all of you guys. But we could continue growing that way, would be an option. But for us, actually, it's not a real option. That's why right now, we are looking for an investor to take this path with us. I think in the next 5 years, we are going to open 50 new branches, achieving more than 20,000 students. But more than that, we want to launch the first blended learning platform that will connect the most important part of the face-to-face relationship with the most advanced and extraordinary technology that already exists. So we want to put those both things together to expand our impact all over the country, and why not all over the globe. I believe that we can create and we can live in a world where all the companies, They don't just want to be the best in the world, but they want to be the best for the world. I believe that we can have, all the persons can do their abilities, their knowledge for good without abdicating of having money, without abdicating of have enough remuneration for that. And that's what exactly we want to do. We believe that we can change the world and make money at the same time, and that the world should follow that path as well. So if you still believe in that, like us, for you too, it is for you too. So thank you.